Right.
Hello, good life travelers. Welcome to another episode of Travel Talk Tuesday. We've got the full crew. Chrissy, our all-inclusives domestics lady.
Good morning.
And our Europe, Asia, South America.
I don't know.
Everything else.
And our everything. Tamara. Good morning, Tamara.
Good morning.
And cruises, of course, the best way to travel. Me. Okay, so how are we doing, ladies?
Me. Good.
We were just discussing how we love the cold.
We were discussing more than that.
And the horrible weather. And we were talking about
gorillas
swimsuit bodies. We were talking about swimsuit bodies.
I wish you could all hear, like, some of our conversations are priceless.
They are priceless.
Yeah.
But they're fun.
Yeah.
There's something.
Yeah.
Yeah, but this is a kid-friendly show.
We definitely overshare. I know I do.
Some of us more than others. I probably all do.
Yeah.
I'm going to pivot. We
For
saw
a long time.
So today's show is all about, our theme this week is all about train travel, right? So that's going to be whenever we point at you, that we need that sound effect today, because we're a low budget show. So that's our sound effect. And I thought we'd call today's show Train Talk.
Oh, okay.
Train Talk with the ladies. So ladies, train travel. Have you done much train travel before?
I have not.
I have. I mean, I don't know how much you call it. A lot. I've done overnights. I've done long distance. I've done short distance.
You have.
Yeah, I've done train travel.
I've done the overnight, and it was with it was in college, so you're with other people, friends. But I slept really well. And I think it's that motion.
Mm-hmm.
It was like a light motion. It was very soothing.
Yeah, it is.
And I've done other ones too as excursions. I think they're kind of cool, different experiences.
Yeah. They are. And there's a certain type of traveler who train travel is perfect for. It's kind of a little romantic if you do like a more luxury brand, and you can get some really nice amenities and
I think
see things.
I think I mentioned this in the office. My parents really want to do. You know, they had some health stuff, so they kind of had a pause on travel.
Right.
But I know one of their things that they've said they want to do, and I think the Rocky Mountaineer thing.
Oh, I bet.
So I'm hoping they can fit me in the suitcase so I can go along. So, okay, train talk. I've got some interesting train discussion here, okay? So we've got slight trivia. Now, this is not easy trivia. I don't expect you to get it, okay? So I'm not being mean about it. And then also opinion. So do we want to go the easy, what are your thoughts on this train stuff, or you want to go trivia first? You want to start hard?
Give us the easy stuff first. Let's
Okay.
get into it.
Yeah.
Would you rather take a train or a plane? No, I didn't mean to make it rhyme. To a new destination.
A plane.
A plane? Okay.
It totally depends where. Like, if there's things to see along the way, I want to take a train.
So let's say somewhere on the West Coast.
I'm going to get there fast.
I want to get to, like, Denver, and then I want to take a train. Like, yeah. I would
Okay,
fly to
that's
Denver.
reasonable. Okay.
Yeah.
Have a full week train trip in a passenger car full of strangers, or one all to yourself where you can't communicate with anyone else.
I like strangers, but
No stranger danger?
like, no, I'm not afraid of strangers. But like, do I have to sleep in my chair, like that type of thing, or do I get like a suite to myself?
I didn't write the question,
Yeah, that's
so I
a
don't really
big,
know.
that's a big whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Take a week-long train trip stopping every 3 hours for 1 hour at a time, or not stopping at all.
Oh, I want to stop.
Okay.
I would stop, yeah. If you're going to take that trip.
But that makes it longer, though.
It's
Yeah,
not
but you're
about
getting up,
the
walking around, seeing
destination.
things.
It's
It's
about
the
the journey.
Oh.
Train is about the journey.
Okay, travel the Trans-Siberian Railway or take a train in India?
India.
Where's Trans-Siberia?
It's
I'm
cold.
assuming it's cold.
Yeah.
Good job. Travel on a train only at night or only during the day?
Oh, that's a hard one. It depends on what my accommodations are. I like the day. I don't want to miss anything. To me, part of like the whole reason to take a train is so you can like see light.
Right. So if you're
out the
sleeping the
window.
whole. Yeah.
But it is really nice to sleep on a train. Like, it is very comfortable because you kind of get that gentle swaying motion. Yeah, that's tough.
All right, very good, ladies.
Those are supposed to be easy.
Those were the easy ones, okay? All right, here's trivia. What country, Tamara, I think you're going to have a hard time with this one.
Okay.
What country boasts the most miles of railroad tracks in the world?
Is it Russia?
United States.
Italy.
United States.
United States?
Well, they're counting all railroad track, you know, and we have a lot of those.
Okay.
Plus, we got a lot of land. I mean, like.
How about that?
Okay.
Good girl.
Good job, Chrissy.
Thank you.
What country has the fastest train? Bonus point if you can name it.
Japan.
Nope, but very close.
China.
China. Can you name the train?
No.
The Shanghai Maglev.
Mm.
And do you know how fast it can go? This is pretty
Miles or
disappointing.
kilometers?
Miles. Or kilometers if you know that.
280.
Chrissy? 267 miles an hour this train in China can go.
Oh my.
I feel like if it gets an accident, you're going to die.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I feel like you're done.
Yeah.
Okay. What city built the first underground railroad in the world? And I mean, like,
City?
actual,
Subway.
not the underground. Yeah. Like a, yeah. Tammy, you might know this.
London.
What city built...
London.
I think I'm smelling a cheater.
Did you cheat, really?
Swear to God.
That's like 2 of
I
the
swear to
3.
God, I know I'm feeling it today.
Yeah.
London.
Wasn't it called the Underground?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm really guessing.
All right, any guesses how many passengers they carried that first day in 1863?
20. See?
Tamara?
I just go back to reality.
100.
38,000 passengers the first day.
Oh.
In
I thought you meant on
1863.
one train.
No.
Okay, got it.
How many days does it take to cross the Trans-Siberian Railway?
5.
I have no idea.
There's 3 main routes, the longest taking 7 days. There's also a 6th one. I don't know what the other one is.
Okay.
What country has the longest train tunnel?
Is it Switzerland? Yeah. Okay. I didn't cheat.
Okay, and you made this one too. How long is the Channel Tunnel connecting London and Paris running under the English Channel?
How long is it?
Yeah, you can do miles or
38
kilometers.
miles.
So that's a train that goes underwater?
Yeah.
Oh, God, no way.
Oh, it's so easy.
Yeah, but how scary.
It's not. I've
It's
done
like
it.
dark.
I know, but you're under the water in a
Yes.
tube. Yeah, no, thank you.
Would you have a guess how many miles?
No.
31.35 miles.
Oh, my God. No, thank you.
So all this train talk makes me kind of ready for a train. For a train ride.
Travel.
So let's do a little introduction to train travel. Okay, let's talk about what options are for people, whether it's a full trip experience just on the train, which I know, Chrissy, you've sold stuff like that, or if it's a component, which I know, Tamara, you've sold stuff like that. So let's talk about what the options are in 30,000 miles if we're in a plane looking down on train travel.
Okay, you want me to start?
Well,
You wanna
this
ask
is
me
the
questions?
introduction to train travel. So any kind of introductory remarks, thoughts on train travel?
My agenda. Okay, so U.S. citizens, you really don't know how good train travel can be in other countries, especially Europe. You can go anywhere, really, in a number of countries by train. A lot of people don't even own cars. They just use the train system. So there are regular, like, commuter trains or metro trains or subway trains or intercity trains, but there are also, like, I'm going to call them like panoramic trains that take you on a picturesque journey from one place to another. So, for example, between Italy and Switzerland, there are 2 routes called the Bernina Express and the Glacier Express, and they take you through the Alps, and it's a beautiful. It's more about the journey than actually getting from point A to point B. So, I mean, that's like there are places all over the world where you can do a beautiful day trip on a different line that looks at a historic area or a scenic area. I wish we had more of those here in the U.S.
So what makes this way of travel so appealing? What are the benefits?
You don't have to drive. You don't have to fight traffic. You can sit back and relax. And on a number of lines, they have different classes of service. So Eurostar, which is the line that takes you between like Paris and London under the English Channel. If you get their premier class of service, you are served a meal in your seat. You have big, wide seats that kick back. You can plug in all your devices. And you just sit back and somebody brings you champagne and you watch the English countryside go by. It's really a very nice way to travel. Nobody has to worry about traffic. You don't have to rent a car. You can drink while you're traveling. It's just
Oh, someone perked up. Now wait, cue the sound.
it's I really like traveling that way. And you don't have to you're going straight. You're really not like stopping for things. There's no traffic lights to worry about. You may stop at little cities along the way, but if I'm traveling that way, I try to find the express route, not the local route, because the local route will take you to every little tiny stop, but the express route will take you to just a few of them. So
Wow.
there's a lot of little nuances to train travel around the world, but it's really a nice way to travel. On the east coast of the U.S., we do have more robust train service, and West Coast has it too. Middle of the country, I know we're trying to get more, but we're really kind of struggling. It's expensive.
Not the population either, not like the East or West. I mean, it's so densely populated there.
Yeah, when I lived in Maryland, I worked in Washington, D.C., and I took a train every single day to Washington, D.C. to get to my job. And it was really nice. Like, I could walk to the train station from where I lived, and then I'd get on the train, go down to the district, and then I could jump on a subway and get to my job very easily. Didn't have to worry about parking or anything like that. I really love train travel.
The one thing I like, is being a muscular built person like myself, is that, I mean, yes, planes are quicker, but I think trains are a lot more comfortable. They're more spacious. You're not, even like in the tight cars, like the lower class car, I still feel like there's more space. I feel like you're a little bit more free.
Yeah.
It's just, I think it's more comfortable. I mean, the bathrooms are bigger.
Mm-hmm. Some of them are really big.
Yeah.
You can get to walk around. Many times they have a bar car or a dining car attached, so you can just walk, just get up and walk down and get yourself a cappuccino or whatever, beer, sandwich, whatever.
All right. So I think this train travel is sounding good. Maybe that's what we need to do for the next travel talk on the road, train travel.
Yeah.
So now I thought we'd go into our top ideas based on our niches. Okay, Chrissy, you've been awfully quiet over there, but I know one of your favorite packages, options you like to sell wonderful people, clients, is Rocky Mountaineer. We've talked about it before, so I know you want to share introduction to it and what the benefits are and all that good stuff.
Yeah, so Rocky Mountaineer is a luxury all-inclusive train company where you, they have, and I have all my notes here, but they have, they service Western Canada and the Rockies. You can put together 2 routes to make it round trip, or you could go start in Vancouver and end in Calgary. They also have one in the U.S., Rockies to the Red Rocks, that starts in Las Vegas and visits Bryce Canyon and Moab, and then goes to Denver. So there are some options if you don't want to leave the United States, but they are a luxury train company, and some of the things they offer are onboard meals, beverages and snacks, and you get that included in your price. So they have alcoholic drinks, they have regular beverages, coffees, teas, and great meals. I did have some wonderful ladies who did take this trip who raved about the food, just said it was amazing. You can choose 2 different types of service, a gold leaf or a silver leaf. Silver leaf is the way my ladies traveled, and they loved it. Gold leaf just offers you the ability to go to the dining car and the dining room, and you also have, the cars are domed with glass, so you can see outside, and I think the gold leaf has a little bit more of a viewing area. You can enhance the Denver one, or the one in, the United States one, by going Silverleaf Plus. So you still get a lot for Silverleaf, but Silverleaf Plus and Gold Leaf give you just a little bit of an upgraded inclusive. Scenery. So these trains travel through the Rockies. They see wildlife. You have people on board with you. I wouldn't say, well, they're kind of like usher. What do you call them? Porters. And so they have staff members that they'll slow the train down to see, like, if there's some wildlife. And they also, like, as you're driving through, and there are little areas that are landmarks, they will stop and give you a little bit of history about it on your way. That is the service and storytelling. So there's breathtaking scenery, whether it's oversized windows on the Silverleaf or the glass dome windows on the Gold Leaf. You'll experience the highest level of service from the staff that's going to, like I said, tell you everything about where you're going. accommodations and transfers. Now, I think this is the really neat part of it. So this train only travels during the day, and you stop in the evening, and included in your stay are your hotels. So when the train stops in the station, all your luggage is you're already checked in. You don't have to go to the front desk. You don't have to take your luggage. They take your luggage, put it right outside your room, and then you are free on most evenings to explore the town that you're in, or you can also sign up for optional excursions. They do include national park visits. So there's a lot of things that are included, but you can also add extra excursions while you're there. And that's what I was just getting into, the tours and the sightseeing. So they have local operators that they work with that, you know, are vetted and good partners of Rocky Mountaineer. And you know, I think is there a glacier ice truck my ladies went out on? There's hanging bridges. There's all sorts of different things you can do. And then you also are given time to explore the towns that you're in overnight. So, so this is a really wonderful package, top-notch service, food, the hotels you stay in. It's just a great way to train travel.
And it's easy.
It's easy.
So easy.
Yeah, this is the epitome of it. I mean, we all know there's Amtrak and Amtrak vacations.
Don't jump ahead. That's what's going next.
Oh, sorry. Okay. But yeah, this would be the epitome train travel, all-inclusive train travel, high-end, just beautiful. And I'm really, I have an opportunity to do a short one in Denver, and I'd really like to check them out.
Yeah. Sounds like an all-inclusive on rail.
Yes.
Yes, yeah.
And I think it is.
Yeah.
I think that's a good way to look at it. And
that line can get you into places where a car can't, which I like that. Like, you get to go to the unspoiled land.
yes.
That really, you won't see like vehicular traffic.
And
at
like
all.
you were saying about the seats, all the seats recline and then have footrests. So you're literally just sitting back in your chair looking around. They have areas that you can walk out. What would you call that?
Like a viewing deck?
Yeah,
platform.
the platform. Yeah, so you can go out and just smell the, smell
Feel the breeze.
air and the mountain air. Yeah. So I think this is a really, really good option for people that just want to relax. But then when you're in the towns, you can get involved as much adventure or
Right.
little as you want. So
I think it's good for older people who may have some mobility challenges too.
which one of my ladies did, and they really took good care of her.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
And they do wheelchairs too?
yeah.
I've seen wheelchairs like on Amtrak. I'm sure they can on Rocky Mountaineer. Yeah. It's a very easy, relaxed way to travel. Nobody has to worry about directions or feeling, where's the next gas station or anything like that.
No parking. I mean, heck, with this one, you don't even need to worry about checking in or going to the front desk when you get to your hotel for the evening. It's already taken care of for you. So
easy.
yeah.
The videos they put out are amazing.
Oh, they're
I mean,
gorgeous. Yeah.
It's gorgeous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They go up Lake Louise
Banff.
in Canada, which that's the route that's appealing to me.
Yeah.
Do that northwestern route.
It's a
Canada.
great pre-cruise, Tamara. So if you're going to do an Alaska cruise, right there, jump on.
Yep.
Okay. So you mentioned it, and let's look at Amtrak. They have vacation package, not just Amtrak tickets that we can book for people. I know.
Right.
I think Tamara, you booked Amtrak tickets, regular tickets.
I've quoted a couple of the sleeperettes or couchettes, whatever they're called.
Yeah.
But
Sleeper cars.
But they also have vacations. Packages
They do have
too.
vacation
So
packages.
what
It's
do you?
new to me because I actually had a couple ladies go on an Amtrak vacation out west to the Grand Canyon and Sedona. And it was really interesting working with them because they literally hopped on a train in Toledo. So it's like, and you could have in Sandusky, you could hop on it, get to Toledo.
Chicago.
They went through Chicago. They were there for 6 hours, so they got to get off the train and explore Chicago a little bit. And then they had about, I don't know if it was 36-hour ride out to Arizona. But here again, they each had their own room. They had their, you have your own shower, you have your own bed, dining cart, and then they make stops along the way, which is what makes it so long. But
how long are those stops then? Like, is it?
It depends. Some are like they take smoke break stops for the smokers on board, so you may stop for a half an hour.
Yeah.
But you may just stop briefly if it's a low passenger usage in a little town.
But they did the same thing through their vacation packages. We were able to arrange transfers. So when you get to the train station to get you to your hotel, they were able to purchase an excursion, which was fun. So I think it's just on a little, I don't think it's as luxurious by any means as Rocky Mountaineer, but they still had a wonderful trip and saw a lot of the country. And for people who maybe don't like flying, this could be a way to get out west. They do have a lot of different national park packages where you can go to different national parks. So I think it's definitely an option. And, you know, my Rocky Mountaineer ladies, they had to fly to Vancouver to start their trip. Well, like I just said, you know, for Amtrak, you could just drive to Toledo or start out of Sandusky and get your trip going.
And if you do Sandusky out west, you can go like on a northern route to get to like Seattle. Then head along the western coast for a while, like San Francisco, and then take a more southerly route back home. So you're not repeating the same route.
Yeah.
And you get to see a lot of America. I know that's high on a lot of people's bucket list is a train trip out west.
Yep.
And it's beautiful. When I was a kid, we did a train trip to like Texas or New Mexico to see my grandparents. And I still remember it. It was really pretty. It was fun to watch, like the desert, which is something I had never seen before.
Yeah.
But
just a different way to see the country.
Yeah. Yeah.
We did a post a while back on some of the different vacations out west, and I was amazed at these itineraries, like the one you just mentioned about going up to Seattle and all the way down. I mean, it was.
I was too. I mean, I didn't really have much of an idea what was offered from Amtrak as far as that goes. So.
And you can stop along the way, so you can go like Chicago to Seattle, stop for a few days, then go from Seattle to San Francisco, stop for however long you want, and then continue on. So that's kind of nice too.
Create your own little itinerary too.
And the rooms are actually kind of nice. I've done a room a couple of times, like a sleeper car, and they're not bad at all. One of them had a shower in it, which was really, really nice. Very convenient.
By yourself or with strangers? Not the shower, but I mean like the room.
It was me and one other person in a room that had a shower.
Okay.
And then we also got a sleeper car to go to Chicago once. And that's a different type of sleeper car. They're smaller, but it gave us room to stretch out. We ended up having a significant delay on the tracks, which was like we didn't get into Sandusky till like 3 a.m. So it was nice to be able to lay down and sleep a little bit. Yeah. Instead of sitting in our chairs, which we've done it that way too, but we just happened.
And you can mix it up a little bit. Yeah. My ladies just went to Chicago via coach seats.
Yeah.
And then on the long trip did the sleeper car. So.
And if you get a sleeper car, I think you are assigned a time to eat in the dining room. Like you have a more elevated dining experience. I'm not sure in the Chicago route, but if you go west,
past there,
you get to go to they're really nice. Like train food can be pretty elegant on some of the lines. I'm not sure Amtrak fits that elegance style, but it's better than a boxed lunch. So
and airplane food.
Yeah,
it's better than going downtown or going worse.
It's better than airplane food for sure.
Wonderful. So let's pivot from that was more North American kind of trains to Tamara, the rest of the world in trains. So we opened the floodgates. What are your thoughts, ideas? I know you took some notes. You have some notes.
I have some notes actually this time.
What are you thinking for train if people are looking for outside the U.S.?
So I kind of broke it into two things, two sections. One, a classic day trip type of experience where you have a panoramic train, and the other would be a classic overnight train. So most of these are Europe-based, but that's not to say that you're not going to find them in other places in the world. Japan, China, India has great trains, really anywhere else in the world.
But those pictures of 1,000 people hanging off the train, those are local trains, right?
Those are local trains. Those are not our trains.
I'm thinking, I can't hop onto there.
No. You could.
I know I look fit and healthy, but Tamara, I'm not. I mean,
India has some of the most amazing trains. But so for your classic day trips, I've already mentioned the Bernina Express and the Glacier Express. I've personally done the Bernina Express. It starts in Italy, northern Italy, and when you're in that town, you see palm trees. And by the time you get to St. Moritz in Switzerland, you are on the ski slopes. So it's, they say, from palm trees to ski slopes in just a span of maybe 4 or 5 hours. But gorgeous trains, the glass windows, so you have the panoramic views. You're going through the Alps, you see glaciers, you see little alpine villages. It's beautiful, beautiful.
Is that expensive?
For a day trip, I can't remember what I paid. Less than $100 per person.
Wow.
Yeah, and that was probably round trip, less than $100.
Oh.
It actually is on the same. Okay, so the Bernina Express are some cars that are on a longer train that is used by locals. So you actually do stop at some of the locals places. The locals don't use those panoramic cars, but it was kind of fun to see, like, we would stop and a bunch of people would get off with their ski equipment, their skis, and they'd be all ready to go on the slopes. Those weren't tourists necessarily. So Switzerland has amazing panoramic trains, not even more so than just like Bernina Express and the Glacier Express. They're kind of known for their beautiful panoramic trains. But there are other places too. Scotland has something called the West Highland Line. You probably have seen pictures of it. I think that's the line that in Harry Potter they showed, like, the train going to Hogwarts. That's actually on this line.
I think that's one of the top 10. Like, when I was doing research, that one came up in every list as one of the top 10.
Yeah, and you pass by lochs and mountains and moors, and it looks beautiful. In the Cinque Terre in Italy, the Cinque Terre is 5 villages that are linked together with a train. And the train just goes back and forth all day long between these villages, and it's very beautiful. And I've sent a lot of people on that too. It's a great way to get between the villages, but it's also a beautiful way to see that area. And then just one more that I wrote down for like a short classic day trip is the Douro line in Portugal. It takes you along the Douro River. So that's an area that's famous for growing grapes for wine, and it's just beautiful. So imagine being on a train down in the bottom of the valley, just kind of winding your way along the river and seeing all of the mountains on the sides with grapes being grown. So some classic overnight trains. Classic overnight trains are like stepping back in time to a different way of travel. You've got beautiful restored train cars that have wood paneling and fine china and beautiful fixtures. Like, they're very, very luxurious. One of the most famous companies is the Belmont Company. They run these beautiful overnight classic trains throughout the world, but probably the most famous one is the Orient Express, which I'm sure you've all heard of. But that goes between Venice and Paris. And something interesting about that line is they've got these beautiful sleeper cars, really suites, where you have a gorgeous bed and a couch, but you don't have a shower in your room. Just on that on that line, because the cars weren't built with showers. So
how long is that route that you're going to go
so
without showering?
what they do is they stop along the way, and you actually have a luxury hotel you check into for a while to use the showers and all that there. But the other time when you're on the train, it's high levels of service. Amazing food that's usually the menu is inspired by a Michelin star chef. It's just gorgeous, and it's something I think a lot of people want to do. That's on your bucket list too, is the Orient Express. At night, people usually dress very formally, and you will have dinner, and then you will have entertainment in the bar car, or an entertainment lounge, a piano player, or a singer. It's a very social thing to do in the evening, but a very beautiful way to travel. In Spain, there's a line called Renfe. Very intrigued by this one. It's like, I would say it's like a luxury motor coach land tour done by train. So you're on it for like 7 days. And they do have showers. Excuse me. They do have showers, I checked. But so you get a suite, and then you travel with your group on a specific itinerary. So say you're doing Andalusia in the south. So you will travel as a group. You'll stop. You'll get off the train. A motor coach will be there waiting for you, or a guide will be there waiting for you to take you to explore the area. You'll jump back on the train, go to the next place. So for the whole week, you're with a group. You only unpack once. It's kind of like a cruise. You
I
only
was just
unpack once.
thinking, it sounds like the best way to travel, a cruise.
Yeah, but you're not looking at blue water most of the time. You're looking at like the sides of the country life in Spain. I think it's a wonderful way to travel. The coaches are gorgeous, and your meals are going to be included on the train, but then you may have meals included on land too. So it's kind of the best of both worlds. You get to experience local culture, but you also have that luxury and elegance of the train. Love Renfe line.
Is that expensive?
It's slightly more expensive than a motor coach, which means bus tour, but I think it's worth it. You have a lot included.
Yeah.
And
when you add in meals and stuff like that and tours, I think that's where the math makes sense.
And you have space. Like if you're in a motor coach tour, you're going to be stuck in like a little seat.
And those bathrooms are.
Yeah, but if you're on a train, you're going to have a suite. So you're going to have somebody taking care of you the whole time. I love the idea. In India, there's something called the Maharaja Express, which they're beautiful luxury lines. There's a number of beautiful luxury lines in India, but this one in particular, the suites are really spacious. They have full size closets, comfortable beds, private bathrooms, satellite TV. Each day of the itinerary will give you an opportunity to experience India through the train's luxurious and singular perspective. So you may spend the morning off of the train, but having breakfast on a hill overlooking the Taj Mahal. Ooh. Like they're going to give you those luxury experiences, and the train is a luxury vehicle to take you from place to place. So you may go see tigers somewhere. Like it's just a beautiful way to go through India. And India is one of those places where you don't want to do it yourself. You want to have somebody guide you through it.
Scary.
So a luxury train would be a great way to do it.
That's on your bucket list, isn't India?
India's number one on my bucket list. I really want to go there. I would love to do a train through India too, but I kind of want to experience the towns too. So I need maybe 2 or 3 weeks in India. I'll get there. And then finally...
She's going to need 4 suitcases to bring back all that stuff.
Oh gosh, yeah. India for sure.
The spices, it'll smell up in here.
Textiles, yeah. And then finally in Africa, there's something called Robo's Rail, which I think this is very intriguing too. So you can take a journey that lasts between 48 hours and 15 days. The journeys are paired with rail and then cultural and historical land excursions or safaris. So it's the same concept as Renfe. You journey a little bit, then you stop and you go do something as a group. That may be a safari, that may be, visiting a village. It could be a bunch of different things. They have, some of their suites have full-size freestanding clawfoot bathtubs.
On the train?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. That's true luxury.
Is that expensive? I mean, that sounds like an
a little
awesome...
more expensive. But if you're older and you've never been to Africa and you want to see a big swath of Africa without going on a hardcore 8-day safari, and you want to maybe do little safaris here and there, I think this is perfect.
Yeah, I kind of like that idea.
Yeah. It'll even take you to places like Victoria Falls, which you're going through Africa on a luxury vehicle train, and you're seeing a little bit of the highlights here and there. So it is a little pricey, but
live once.
if it's something you want to do, this is the way to do it. So
that almost reminds me of a cruise too, where you're kind of dabbling in everything, and maybe if you want to go back for a longer safari or see things more in depth afterward, another trip.
Yeah, and you can combine legs together too, much like a cruise. So, say you start in South Africa and you work your way up to Victoria Falls and you want to go do something else, you can jump on another train and do something else. You can just keep working your way through. I think train travel is just a beautiful way to see a place. When you're in a plane, you don't get to see everything. But imagine being on a train and you see a herd of elephants or a bunch of giraffe, next to the track. I think that would be a super cool thing to do. A great experience.
Yeah, you got my wheels turning because some of these are spinning. Some of these, I think those are cool ways to see some of those areas.
Yeah.
I think that would be neat.
Yeah.
Okay.
Me too.
Cruises, a different beast. So I would say we could look at it from getting you to and from the actual ship. So the big one I would say right now looking at is Brightline. We've talked about it before in Florida. And that's like, you know, tying together Orlando all the way down to Miami. So if you wanted to go see Mickey Mouse or spend a little time at Universal before or after a cruise, it's a great way to kind of marry two trips together in that regard. Or if you want to visit family or somewhere, you know, or head around Florida, great opportunity there for a pre or post cruise. You could get, in theory, you know, there's cruises that leave on the East Coast from Boston, from New York, New Jersey area, and a couple other places, Baltimore, but those are like the big ones. You could, in theory, someone big thumbed up, thank you very much, because of cruising. You could get a train.
Your mom.
Thanks, Mom.
That last one too.
But you could get a train from here to the East Coast, right, on Amtrak?
Yeah, it's not super easy to get from here to the East Coast, but you can.
So you could kind of marry a little short jaunt that way.
Yeah.
Although driving is not bad to get to the East Coast
No.
if you want to do a different kind of cruise
Okay,
experience.
so you can drive to the East Coast and then put your car on the auto train. Have you ever heard of that? There's an auto train in Virginia. That's where you put it on, and then it will take your car down to Florida for you. Like a lot of snowbirds will do that. They'll put their car on the
wow.
auto train. Yeah.
I've never heard. I wonder if some of our people, big thumb up. I wonder if some of our people have actually heard of that.
Yeah.
That's an interesting thing.
And then something with Brightline. I don't know if you. I think maybe we talked about this a while ago, but if you buy like one of their premium class service, like let's say business class or luxury, whatever they're going to call it, which I did when I used Brightline, you can have a car take you to the station and then take you to your destination. It's within 5 miles of where you need to go. So I believe the cruise port is within 5 miles.
Well, I think they're running shuttles anyways for that. I
Good.
think whether it's the fancy one or the regular one, I think. Yeah, but Brightline's a little pricey though. But I think it's a nice option. It's a nice option if you're going to marry a couple different trips together.
Yeah, the key with Brightline is getting your tickets early. I've noticed. Don't wait till the last minute. That's why I ended up in business class, because I waited till the last minute and then
Darn.
It was the only option that was left, which I was really glad because that's what I wanted to do anyways. I was just cheaping out. But Brightline's got, oh my gosh, so many. It's so good. I hope it takes off across the country because you can rent bikes. It's really nice. They took my luggage like it was at an airport, and then it was waiting for me at the next station.
So, okay, so that's for looking at the pre or post, if you want to incorporate trains. Now, excursions, I think we might have mentioned before, excursions are a great way to experience some of those amazing must-see train routes, too. So, two that stick in my head just because I did them last year was if you're doing the Norwegian fjords, and that's in the Flam Railway. And so that takes you up into, so you start in the beautiful green area, you're going around, you're wraps around the hills of the countryside of Norway, see the creeks and stuff, and then you start climbing up this mountain on an old railway track. So it's the old school kind of, which is an interesting experience too. Yeah, you become good friends with the people around you on the train, because you're a little bit, yeah. And so you go up this, it's like a one-way thing, and stop at this huge waterfall thing, gorgeous, everyone gets off, and you go all the way to the top, and then you get off the train, and they flip things around, and you go back down. Awesome experience, awesome excursion, one of those places that a lot of people say one of the top 10 routes in the world. The other one is, if you're going to Alaska, a big one in Skagway is the, oh my gosh, the white something. Left my head. Big railway experience. Again, takes you up to the glaciers. You see, sometimes you're lucky to see animals. And I had a booking that day, so I didn't get to go. But our group, a lot of people went from our group on the Alaska trip and had a great time. Some people saw the little bears and got pictures, but it's just beautiful. Again, straddling those mountains up in the God's country up there. It's gorgeous. So the other one is, if you're going to go deeper into Alaska, all the cruise lines have those excursion or have the post cruise where you can kind of spend some time in the land. So whether you use one of their experiences or work with some other companies that have train experiences post cruise. Those, I like the dome tops, like you said. Nothing like on a train going through the glaciers, the mountains, and seeing everything around you. When we went, it was a part of our land trip. A number of us were out on the platform. It wasn't that cold. It was actually kind of nice out. So it was just a great experience. Similar, there's food. I was surprised how good the food was. It wasn't a huge menu, but I still stuffed my mouth with probably 3,000, 4,000 calories worth. Great host in our car for that Wilderness Express that was on the PA pointing stuff out the whole time. Wonderful bartender who was very nice. Our group became very good friends. Some of them got a little out of hand, and you know who you are, but it was fun. Everyone had a great time on that Wilderness Express. And I think if you do any land portion through us, that one of the post cruises, that's always, the train's always a part of that. That's a big thing up there to experience it. So those are kind of the main things. I think we talked about Rocky Mountaineer makes a great pre or post cruise if you're going out of Vancouver. And we could just kind of tie that stuff together through excursions or through a pre or post if you want to have that both kind of experience. Both of you today. If I get sick from you two, I'm going to be upset.
I just have a dry lip tickle.
That's what it sounded like Tamara had.
Yeah.
Okay.
More coffee.
Any other train stuff? I mean, it makes I get excited to travel.
We can go on and on. Train travel is fun.
Yeah, and I think it doesn't matter the age. I think it's for everyone. I mean, the kids are looking out these big windows; their minds are blown.
You can walk around a little bit too in a train versus a plane.
Yeah, and I feel like you could avoid the kids more in a train than a plane. Whereas, I always have the screaming kid behind me in a plane. Whereas a train, I can just see you later, kid.
Go to the bar car.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm hyper focused on this cough now.
Well, you're not supposed to think about it. I think that's how you get over it.
Sorry.
What a mess. I think we're all due for warmer weather. We'll go to the trains rides where there's warmer weather.
I just need a sip of water.
Tamara, can I go back to your African one? Does that go all the way up to where the pyramids are?
No, I don't believe it does.
Okay.
No, not that far north.
Because that's really on my bucket list. I want to see those pyramids and the Sphinx, whatever it is.
Yeah. Egypt? You want to go to Egypt?
I want to go to Egypt area.
That's Egypt, yeah.
I want to see that. That's in Africa.
I think you might like
Egypt's in Africa?
Yeah. Oh gosh. Sorry. I'll take a picture of it when I'm flying over it.
I'm sorry. I didn't know that.
Where did you think it was?
I thought it was like the Middle East.
No.
No?
It's close though.
Okay.
It's close. I can understand that. Somebody gave you a thumbs up.
Okay. Any upcoming travels that you want to talk about, or any upcoming training or anything you want to share?
I'm getting ready to go on a safari.
Oh, all the safari talk.
I know.
Maybe it's a sign.
I'm excited. My big debate today is, do I want to do the hot air balloon ride or not?
Yes, probably.
They're not cheap.
Please comment whether she should do the hot air balloon. Because I firmly believe, and I'm a cheap German, I think that's worth every penny to do the hot air balloon. Because when are you going to get to do that? When are you going to be in Africa to do a hot air balloon?
I know.
Right? And that goes to
kind of
Egypt.
freaks me out a little bit too. It kind of freaks me out being that high up without a tether, but
how strong are those baskets? Because I've broken baskets.
And I'm going to worry about that. I'm sure they're strong. So the whole thing is, you get up before the sun rises, you get to the balloon as the sun, right before the sun rises, and you get up. You get to see the sunrise and the animals on the Serengeti, and it's the Great Migration right now, so there will be millions of... I know, I really have to.
I get the Lion King thing playing I
know. That'll go through my head the whole time I'm there. But I'm excited about that. And then I hope I can entice some Good Life travelers maybe to go with me on another one.
I say a Grupo would be kind of cool.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. If you have a private Land Rover that seats about 7 people on a safari, it would be a lot of fun.
Oh, that sounds amazing.
Christina?
She's got one too.
I do. Mine's not till the end of April, but I'm going to visit a few properties in Cancun. And I'm still working on my agenda for that, so I'm hoping to see a lot of places.
I don't even know if Tamara, remember that seminar at sea I asked you about?
No, but
I got approved. So I just got the email yesterday, I think it was.
Where is it?
It's in the Caribbean, but a couple islands I've never been to. Antigua, St. Kitts. Never been to St. Kitts.
I've been to St. Kitts.
And there was one other one I hadn't been to.
And then Antigua too.
It stops at it starts in San Juan, so I know that one too. A couple of them ones I know, but
probably. Is that on there?
No, it's not. It doesn't go that far. But so that I just got the approval. So excited about that. It's coming up in a month or two. So
wow,
you knew about that. We talked about that.
Yeah, a long time ago.
It was a long time, and then I got waitlisted, so I thought, I'm not going to get to go. But okay. Anything new or exciting in your niches, or any exciting bookings?
I have some really interesting ones right
Yeah,
now.
you do.
I do. Japan, a couple Thailand, Italy, of course. United Kingdom, which has been kind of fun working on. I think Ireland is our theme next week, so we'll be talking more about Ireland.
Oh,
but
yeah.
I have the loveliest partners in Ireland and the United Kingdom, and we're working on this itinerary. It's kind of a long one. So, yeah, I've got quite a few unique ones right now, which is fun. I enjoy it. A couple honeymoons. So,
Yeah.
Chrissy?
I'm just working a lot of last minute spring break requests that I don't know how well I'm going to be able to help them out, but I am trying and sending options. But you know, spring break's in a month and a half, so
yeah,
prices are a little high.
Wow.
There's availability, so if you're willing to pay a little bit more, you still could get some sunshine this spring break. And then I have a ton of people traveling this spring break, so I really have to get on that and get all their information and all their
travel pass.
all their stuff out to them. Yeah, I got a lot in
Tis
March.
the season.
Mhm.
Yeah, I bet you do.
Wonderful. Booking in Hawaii. Just sent the stuff out for our Hawaiian cruise. If you're looking December of this year, I think we've got 3 couples now already signed up to go. So that should be good. Plenty of more space if you're interested in going to Hawaii. Tamara, you've been to Hawaii, right?
Mhm.
Chrissy, not yet.
Not yet.
Okay, so that's a great trip if you're interested in that. And then we're working with a local organization for a group cruise for them. So booking people into that. And I guess that's for any of our kinds of travel. If there's a group that you want to get together, whether it's like a fraternal organization, a family gathering,
Church
coworkers, church groups, military group, whatever it is, those make for great travel partners. And so we would love to be your travel partners in planning those trips. So that's where, very simple, we work with you about what you're looking for, what you want included, what kind of expectations, put a package together. And then we just simply do all the heavy lifting and book people in and make sure that everyone in that group has a great time and it gets to experience what you're hoping for.
Yep. Make
Wonderful.
it easy.
That's the goal.
Yep.
Good. Well, that's all I have. Do you have anything else, ladies?
No.
No, sir. Need a glass of water.
I need some coffee.
All right, ladies. Well, we want to thank everyone for watching. If any of this travel by train sounds good to you, we've given you plenty of options, a lot of good ideas. Connect with us, and we will help make it possible for you and put a wonderful trip together. Whether it's the whole trip, a part of a trip, the journey within the trip, whatever it is, we can help take care of that for you and make your opportunity to experience the good life very possible. So thank you so much for watching.
you.
Have a great week, everyone.
Bye.
We'll see you.